Hello, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Nonsense. I am your host, Nero, and this is.
Ah,
Eh.
it's Makoto.
Ah, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
I just got a new solid state drive, so I've been
Ooh, yes,
installing more games. I got a 2 terabyte. So
I need to invest in a new dry hard. I'm out here dying,
Mhm.
floundering with no
she,
space.
so Luna and I got Grand Blue, and
Yeah.
but I was like I got, but she recently had me reinstall Baldur's Gate because
Mm.
we started to play that again. So it's like I had Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate, Pal World, and Tekken 8 on my computer,
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
along with like League, Valorant, and all that jazz. So I was like, I really don't have much more room. So I just went ahead and got a new solid state with my tax return.
Nice. I need to do that still. Should do that soon. Uh, how do you like Grand Blue so far?
I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet.
Okay. I
I
saw
just
that
got installed
Luna
today.
streamed
I
it.
got the solid state drive in yesterday, and my apartment's mailroom was closed by the time we got back from our little trip. So
Gotcha.
I didn't get to install it until today.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Um, anyone watching or listening, you probably noticed that the count for this episode is definitely a bit shorter than usual. We're trying something new here, some shorter length episodes. See if that works out better for us. So yeah, let us know what you think about the shorter episode count in the comments. Love to hear. Anywho, moving from
Please.
yeah, please. I need to know.
Please.
We're gonna be talking today about Hazbin Hotel because Makoto's finally finished it. I did a rewatch recently, so we are all Hazbin Hotel up. Finally, as opposed to me just mentioning it here and there, little by little, drip feeding throughout the episodes. Your initial thoughts? Because they haven't heard them yet.
Yeah, I love it. We talked about it very briefly in private.
Yeah.
But I guess I could just go into it. I think my favorite characters are Lucifer,
Okay. Yeah. Lucifer's great.
Vaggie,
Okay.
and I love Adam. I love the way they write Adam. I love him as a villain.
No, 100%. Adam is such a douchey dude, bro, and he's such a fun character, but he's still fun to hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I
100%.
love every single character. I don't think there's really a character that I dislike, other than like, I dislike Adam for all the reasons I should dislike him.
I think the only character I quote unquote dislike is Valentino because he's just scummy.
I think I still like him though for like his role.
Sassiness.
Like they handle okay, if you ask me, I feel like they handle like the whole sexual abuse thing pretty well in this
Yes,
show
I agree.
comparatively to other shows where it just seemed like just trigger warning to anyone watching, but I guess
Yeah,
just mindless, pointless.
yeah,
There's actually like some emotion and some like tension behind it to where like it actually feels like it kind of fits.
yeah, 100%. Angel Dust episode definitely hits me, at least hit me definitely.
Poison was the most awkward bop I've ever experienced.
All of Angel Dust songs are awkward bops because you bop it to them and you listen to the lyrics like, oh wait, this is really dark.
Like you're kind of like bobbing your head around. You're like,
Oh no. Yeah, my favorite characters are probably I love Alistair. I love his vibe. Yes, so this is
Mhm.
the first initially. I love Emily. I'm the kind of person who gets super hyper fixated on a minor character in a show, and Emily's
She
mine.
was Sarah's little sister,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
she had
That
the
they're sisters, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, they're sisters. And she had that little. She had the one song, when the bit with the duet bit with Charlie, and I got super hyper
Yeah.
fixated on her. I was like,
I
oh,
love that song.
it's my favorite
A
song.
lot.
I
I
love
love
it.
every single song. Let's make it clear.
Yeah, there every song. I think just I've listened to it again, every single song at least. There's definitely a lot. Some I listen to way more than others. Um, I think there's only one or two that I just don't really listen to that often. I think, yeah, two. I say It starts with Sorry. I don't listen to that often. And what was the other one? It's not the duet. It's the kind of back and forth duet with Carmilla and Vaggie, but they're not actually singing together. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm talking about, the one with the
Yeah.
after the meeting. I forget what it's called, but that one I also don't really listen to that often. But actually, I don't listen like
Was it like Anything for You or something like that?
something like that. I just don't like ballads aren't something I listen to.
Oh
Okay,
no,
on my
Whatever
own.
It Takes.
Whatever it takes. There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely listen to Hell's Greatest Dad all the time. I listen to Stayed Gone all the time.
I think someone wrote like a version of Hell's Greatest Dad, but they take out the the part at the end.
I mean, yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that recommended to me. I mean, yeah, Mimsy does ruin ruins it at the end. It's just such a bop all the way through though till that point.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it so much. And I also love what was the other? I've been getting really into listening to the finale song now recently.
Yeah.
Particularly like from the Vox part to the Alistair part. It just does something for me.
I just very on edge with Alistair.
Oh, 100%.
I really don't know. I'm pretty good at reading stories as they're happening. And I'm having a really hard time reading Alistair.
Yeah, he is. He unnerves me, and I'm like, I don't know which way this is gonna go. I could see it going 50-50 with him like being a quote unquote good guy or him actually being the main villain in the end.
Hmm.
Because he's just got that like where they have him right now. It's that kind of like middle sweet spot where you're like, I don't know.
I have a feeling, right? Because we the one major thing was that Serpentius, spoiler alert.
This whole thing is spoilers for everything.
This whole episode, spoiler alert
I'm
for
gonna put it
Hazbin
in the
Hotel.
thumbnail.
Okay.
It's like straight off the bat.
So Serpentius dies,
Yep.
becomes an angel. How much of a stretch do you think it would be for Adam to become um a devil or even a fallen angel?
Adam, not a stretch at all. I definitely think so. Just to correct, because I know there will be people in the comments being super like lore about it. Serpentius
Mhm.
became a winner, not an angel. So the heaven version of sinners.
Oh,
Yeah, they're called winners, lore
okay.
wise, because they're on the same status of angels. Because angels
Mm.
manifested, I guess, or something. We don't know the full details, but there's a difference.
Because I don't think Adam became a fallen angel by any means. I feel like actually, I think was it Emily? I think she's gonna become one.
I think Emily has a high chance of ending as a fallen angel and enjoying the hotel. I think Adam is going to be reborn as a sinner in the same way that Serpentius was reborn as a winner.
Hmm.
And I actually, my pet theory, God, no substantiates all this. I just thought that it would be cool. Is at some point during season 2 or 3, there's this like talk of a new overlord popping up, and then it does reveal to be Adam.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like that could work because they're like, oh, this masked overlord did it up because Adam always wears a mask. I definitely think it's 100% possible though, right? Because he was an angel by proxy as opposed to being a winner. So that actually comes from so I get to flex my theology minor degree.
Well,
The
because I was explaining it to Luna, like by no means, like as much as like we would love to hope that humanity, good people make it to heaven and stuff. I don't think Adam is in heaven technically, just due to the way things were, like at least biblically in the Old Testament, like before Christ, it was pretty much like if you sinned, you were going to hell.
Yeah, so going biblically right, which this show takes lots of liberties with biblically
Hmm.
right. Prior to the death and rebirth of Jesus, everyone went to hell, right? No one, or not hell. It was like Sheol is the technical term, but like
Hmm.
the underworld, basically. And then
Yeah.
Jesus brought everyone who deserved to go to heaven up after his resurrection. So prior to that, everyone was there. Before, though, there are many instances in the Bible, and particularly in a lot of apocryphal material, that that the show definitely draws from, that have humans who were very important biblical figures being, instead of like, not when they die, instead of dying, they are transformed into angels instead
Hmm.
of dying. Right? You have Enoch, famously Enoch from the Book of Enoch, Moses's I want to say grandfather, was turned into an angel, and that's how you get Metatron. The angel Metatron. Ezekiel as well was angelified. So it's like a recurring thing of like certain humans becoming angels because they were such good people. I imagine that's where this whole idea that where Vizzy Pop took the inspirational idea to take Adam and make him an angel, because he's like, oh, he's an important biblical figure. He goes the first man, even though he clearly is not a great person. So he got the pass.
Hmm.
This is my thought process for that one.
Yeah. Because like, if there's one thing that is another thing to praise about Hazbin Hotel is there are a lot of biblical um references and inspirations and stuff to this show, but I'm glad they don't slander on Christianity per se.
Yeah,
They more so slander on the imperfections of man and men and or humanity, I guess, and the humanity that is running heaven,
yeah,
rather
yeah,
than like shitting on Christianity, shitting on God, all that stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree 100%. The right watching the show, and I wasn't sure if I was going to show it to certain parts of my family, right? Because if after the second episode, but once they got to the heaven episode, I was like, oh, okay, we're good. Like it does
Hmm.
show Adam is kind of an outlier, but then there's also Sarah. But then you have Emily, who is very much showing the actual, like, what's the word I'm looking for, um, compassionate side, right?
Hmm.
And so there is that strict balance of representation and characters there, and so it's not, yeah. And the whole core theme of the show is a very Christian, which always makes me funny when I see like the satanic panic with certain people with this show, where I'm like,
Hmm.
you clearly didn't even look into the base synopsis of the show, because it is a very Christian ideal show, right? It's about redemption. The
Hmm.
foundation of Christianity is literally everyone is a sinner, and you, through good actions and believing in Christ, you gain redemption. So it's
Yeah.
like it's literally the same thesis statement.
Like, it's just very funny because like a lot of people talked about how it's a lot of people talk about how it's just like kind of a pointless show with no, like, the thing is it teaches very good valuable lessons.
Oh yeah.
I still want to show my kids this,
Oh
but
no.
it's just there's very fucked up things in this story.
Yeah, it's an adult
Um
cartoon.
but it's not like it teaches bad messages.
No, all the messages are good. It's literally just the core message of the show is literally be a good person.
Hmm.
Like, you know, uh,
Well, be a good person and find the good in everything.
yeah, find the good in everything, find the good in other people, because it's there, and I
Hmm.
really appreciate that kind of message. It actually, so I may have mentioned this in previous episodes before. This show's message is also the main core message that I'm writing in a lot of my books, or my book that I'm working on. So it resonates a crap ton with me. The first time I saw this show, I was like, "Oh shit! Look at you! Look at me! Look at you, twinsy!" Very different way of doing it in the book I'm writing, but it is the same core message of redemption and second
Hmm.
chances.
I guess overall, what I'm confused with in this show is the concept of death. When
Mm,
that like and like the so there was the angel that dies in the beginning.
yes,
They get killed and stuff, and then of course there's the extermination, which I could only assume those spirits are just kind of gone.
yeah. So, from my understanding, like deeping into the lore of the series and like the community and everything, so a lot of these answers of the world are answered in Hell of a Boss. the sister show. And so I believe it is if you kill a demon with a regular weapon, they just come back, or sinner or whatever. If you kill somebody who's already dead with a regular weapon, they just come back, right? It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
stick. If you kill them with an angelic weapon, they die. And then obviously
Mm-hmm.
we find out in the show the inverse is true from angels, right? If you kill them with an angelic weapon, they die. They
Mm-hmm.
die. Because it's like that's why Carmilla Carmine's able to make such like a money in hell by selling angelic weaponry. That she's like looks like she's like pilfered from executioners leaving them behind after extermination days.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess before, I guess what we have with Serpentius is that before that, prior we haven't had anyone actually like show actual redemption path before Serpentius after their second death. So it looks like even if you get your second death and you have shown redemption, or and where we'll see in season 2 if it also works inversely, that you do go to the other place for a second life,
Mm-hmm.
second life, third life.
Into which, like, I'm glad it was Serpentius.
I am also glad it was Serpentius.
Like, I'm sure I was like probably rooting for like Angel Dust to be like the first one to be the first one to like move on and stuff, but at the same time, like Serpentius was the first one to actually apologize for the
Yeah,
bad things they did.
it starts with sorry
Mm-hmm.
right there. I also really found it funny that because Serpentius is the same actor as Adam, so both of them died. He died twice in the show, but yeah, I do really love the show a lot. Uh, only thing was I've been dying for merch that isn't just T-shirts.
True. I would
Uh,
love just I would love plushies for what's her name? Nixie or Nifty?
yes,
Nifty and also
what ones were
I'm
Razzle
blanking on his name.
Dazzle?
Bartender.
Oh,
Loser baby.
Husker.
Husk. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want ones for little Razzle and Dazzle.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. I know Hello Boss has a ton of merch because that's been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It has been advertised on Amazon, but like it literally is just T-shirts. And there's this pin collection that I do want to get, so I do plan to get those.
Okay.
Um, and they have trading cards too, but I don't know. I don't know if like what the deal with those are.
I doubt there's an actual game for it. So.
No, it's not. There isn't game. It's just collectible cards, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But I'm definitely gonna get the pins
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later. But I would like love. I know I just didn't have the money at the time, but for the Valentine's Day there was a bunch of Hell of a Boss standees, but there was also an Alistair one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that some like more Hazbin Hotel like that kind of merch drops too soon.
I'm sure the show just released this year, so
Yeah,
and it's only been like a month, so
yeah, just about. So
we'll get more eventually.
I know my entire Twitter and TikTok feed though has literally just been Hazbin Hotel stuff. Twitter's just Hazbin Hotel fan art, and TikTok is just Hazbin Hotel, either sounds or trends consistently. So, and I'm fully in the Hazbin Hotel brain rot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, ooh, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on Lilith at the end, as well,
Lilith at the end. Oh,
on the beach.
so I guess it's just a lot of questions. Like,
Yeah,
okay, so they call her? They called her Lilith, right,
yeah,
on the
no,
beach.
it's. They said it was
Okay.
Lilith. They said Lilith. She said Lilith, and it's Lilith's face matches all the pictures of Lilith that we see in the background of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, why is she there?
Yeah. What was my biggest thing is what was her deal with Adam that let her stay there? Because that's
Yeah.
what Lou was said. She said like, Adam's dead, so your deal is done.
Well, so then I'm also wondering, what about Eve?
Yeah, that's the biggest like I think the biggest mystery question is what the hell happened to Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Where is she in all this?
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
because she's definitely been noted in the beginning. So
yeah. So
there's that. I don't know. There's a lot of questions, and I just can't wait for season 2. It's
was it you who I was talking to that was saying that you thought Adam had a type and that Eve might be based like the Exorcist's personality might be similar to Eve's?
definitely was not me. That never even crossed my mind.
Who the hell was I talking to about that? Someone I talked to or was messaging, whatever, mentioned that because Vaggie and Lute have that kind of aggressive personality.
Hmm.
Now they're not like exactly the same, but it's like a very aggressive and loyal personality. And I'm wondering if like either like Eve is similar, or that's what Adam wishes Eve was like, because he's so like tired of women leaving him,
I
for lack of a
also
better.
I also wonder how many other fallen angels there are.
I imagine it's only so in the context of the
You,
show. I
so
imagine it's only Lucifer so far, right?
well, isn't Vaggie considered like a
Oh, I guess
fallen
Vaggie
angel?
too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Vaggie and
So,
Lucifer.
but the thing was, when that whole situation happened, it was so quick. It was just like, all right, you're not gonna kill that kid. That's fine. Boom, rip, stab. Okay, call it a day. It was
Yeah,
just so easy for them, and it's like this can't have been the first time this happened.
interesting.
I
Yeah,
feel like if it were the first time, they would have brought it to court or something. Like, right, brought it to Sarah's attention at least.
you would think, but also at the same time, Adam and Lou are very clearly corrupt
Yeah,
shitbags. So I don't know. I'm wondering if they thought they killed Lou, but then also they know. I'm sorry, not killed Lou, killed Vaggie. But then also they're like angels can't die, so they probably. So I guess they did mean to leave her there, just stuck. I don't know. That's a very good question,
hmm,
and the fact that Sarah thinks Emily could fall, she mentions it. I guess does infer that it's maybe more than a one-off thing with Lucifer.
hmm,
Hmm. This is definitely interesting.
yeah,
I can. I mean, I hope we'll see more. I hope we'll find out more. I definitely have questions.
hmm,
Um, Lilith's whole deal. Um, I feel like it's. So I feel like it's a whole red herring thing with their because they mentioned Lilith has been gone for 7 years, and they mentioned Adam was gone for sorry, not Adam. Alistair was gone for 7 years, and Alistair's a deal, which makes it very like seem like Alistair's deals with Lilith, but I feel like that's a red herring. I feel like it's too
maybe.
obvious, that like
Who
Lilith
knows?
is the
It's
one who
definitely going to
has.
be like a jaw drop. Like,
Yes, yeah. This is definitely.
I'm very scared for like what these deals are going to like turn into later on because he has one with Charlie now, and then he also
Yep,
had one with Vaggie in the beginning.
yep. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, that one though was a lesser deal. Though it was more of a.
It's a lesser deal, but they still shook hands, and there was a whole green thing,
Yeah,
right?
no, I guess so.
Something's gonna come of that.
Yeah. I'm very, very curious. I saw. I think it was a Reddit post earlier today. Uh, I'll throw up if I can find it again. I will throw up the user who came up with this idea on screen in the editing part. But they were basically surmising a theory that Alistair's deal with Charlie will end up being her forgiving him of something atrocious he does, right? Like him, like he either kills someone or he does something horrible, and where she wants to kick him out of the hotel, and he'll be like, "Forgive me. That's what my favor is," so that he can stay and like remain in like this like power position. And I'm like, that would be so twisted and like real stick it to the knife, like hard knife and heart kind of thing.
Yeah,
I could totally see him being like that, like him doing a mocking, and this was also in the Reddit post, so slowly taking that. I'm gonna throw this link somewhere. Uh, and be like, it starts with sorry, something like that. Like him, like I don't even know what he would
he'll,
do.
he'll just kind of like be smiling, like, "What does it start with, Charlie?"
Yeah, I can totally see him doing something like that too.
Hmm.
Using
I'm
it against
excited
her.
to see more of definitely of the TV demon.
Yeah, Vox,
Yeah, Vox, and then the chick who was singing in Respectless.
Velvet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the
excited to see more of
bees.
her, and then also more of the one eyed girl with the bombs.
Cherry
Oh,
Bomb.
Cherry Bomb. Yeah.
Cherry Bomb is such a fun character. I definitely want to see
Mhm.
more of her.
It was very funny when we were watching the show because Luna didn't see the pilot. So
Oh yeah,
we watched until we watched Hazbin Hotel straight from episode 1 all the way to episode 5, I want to say. The one where Charlie and Lucifer sing.
yeah, 5.
And then they're about to go to heaven, right? So then we watched the pilot and then from that we went to episode 6. and it was very interesting that of just how that was timed because I was like, oh yeah, freaking Cherry
Cherry
Bomb. I
Bomb.
wonder when she's gonna show up in the show. Surely enough, she was in the next episode, and then the entire situation with Angel
Yeah.
was a complete reflection on the pilot.
Yes, 100%.
Of
Rewatching the pilot multiple times since the show and seeing all the little like either callbacks or reflections or Easter eggs towards it, I'm like, oh man, this is so good.
episode 6, and then I want to say even a little bit of like episode 7 were all like just big reflections
Of the pilot.
on the pilot.
Yeah, most definitely. You will be good here, excited here. I know Vivi Pop had mentioned multiple times on multiple like streams and interviews that season 2, the V's are the main villains, replacing Adam's spot. So
Mm,
definitely see more of them.
yeah.
Very very curious to see how that's gonna go. I found it funny that they were like the finale song. A big part of it was like them telling me Alistair's gone, and then literally 10 seconds later, the song Alistair's back.
Yeah.
It's like that was short lived.
It's very I don't know. It's like I'm just excited to see what they can come up with next and
Yes,
what answers we can get and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I also like to be if I could be perfectly honest, I loved Hazbin Hotel as a show, but I've just been very conflicted with it as well. With just the background of the creator in general. It's just been kind of like a back and forth for me because there's some things that I don't like that I also find a little fishy. I don't know if we want to like dive into this in this episode,
I mean
but
I've looked into it. Nothing that I saw has bothered me too much based on dates and times.
my main thing is just the way the original cast was just sort of
Y- Oh, that
pushed
thing.
aside.
That's I mean that's the thing with contract. I believe I, f- I don't want to say 100% certainty. But I remember when I was looking into it that it was a known quantity to them that it might not be they might not be
I
maintained.
I I totally understand getting recasted. That's something that happens in even in amateur work. That happens all the time. The main thing is just the disregard for all the work the original cast has done, and the fact that they weren't even invited to the premiere and stuff.
Oh, were they not?
No, they weren't. They were like, there was this the original music composer and mixer and all that. He made like a finale song. It was like a last curtain call or something
Hmm.
for the original cast of Hazbin Hotel. And the only one that didn't have a line was Vaggy's voice actress because she just I don't know, she just did not participate. She didn't want to be a part of it. Um and at the bottom in the comments there was a Q&A or an FAQ
Hmm.
of a lot of the questions, and one of them was, uh, "Did you guys get to see the premiere?" And I was like, "To be honest, we weren't even invited." Um, and they said like, "No hard feelings or anything, but that is just something that happened, and we all just sort of support it from afar." So it's like I'm glad there's no hard feelings and stuff, but it still just kind of like bothers me that like it's like you didn't even. It's like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's any appreciation shown. Like they could appreciate them personally, but if there's none really shown, and it also could be just an Amazon thing. I don't know, but I really just it just feels weird to me. I guess.
I think that's fair. For me, it is not. I don't know it's my place to judge on that because I don't know what these contracts or deals look like, and
Hmm.
I don't know what was said behind closed doors or not, and what's
That's
just being
true.
presented and everything. Right? We don't know all the full stories of anything with that. These contracts and deals are very weird, and like how that certain things have to be with just with all of it with acting itself is such a very like rule heavy thing, especially with productions. So
It's it's weird. The idea of loyalty is just kind of gone for like the acting scene because
mhm,
in the end, essentially, whether you get recasted or whether the series finishes, it's literally like a hire and fire job.
yeah,
It's like your experience does help towards your next position, towards your next job, pretty much. But it's still just like it can get a little frustrating in that like okay, well you're done. Like there's really not a whole lot as far as like royalties or anything like that.
and I can also see depending on how the situation is, right? Inviting them to premiere or not could be awkward on both parties.
Hmm.
where like having the new cast and the old cast meet is, depending on how certain people took it, could create bad blood. Again, I have no idea how this. I'm just speculating, but that's something that instantly pops in my mind.
Everyone's staying mostly professional throughout this whole situation of like the original cast versus the current cast and stuff. They all have respect for each other, and they all wish each other well for in future projects and up and the ongoing.
Yeah.
It's more so just with any popular community, absolutely any popular community. There's toxic communities,
Oh yeah.
and it's very prevalent towards. I remember specifically I was looking into the whole like Michael Kovac versus what's his name, Blake, um the two Angel Dust voice
Actors.
actors, Blake Roman, and that like they personally are totally okay with each other, and they want nothing but the best for each other, but the communities are straight up like attacking each other, and it's very frustrating to see and stuff.
Interesting
And I
that you've
hope
seen that part of the community because I haven't really seen. As like I've been diving deep in. I'm on the Reddit. I'm on following Twitters and TikToks and everything, and I haven't seen. I'm even in the fanfic community now. I haven't seen much toxicity compared to a lot of other communities I've been. I'm a part of and been a part of.
really.
I've like
Mm.
seen barely any, and maybe it's just because of what I'm following with the show. But like I've seen like a little bits in here and there, but like compared to like the My Hero Academia community that I'm still in the midst of is 1,000 times worse, toxic wise, or like any
Yeah,
shonen back,
I
literally
think
any
the
shonen action community.
oh yeah.
So comparatively, it just feels like a very chill community.
Hmm.
So, but there's, I mean, it's the internet. What do you
Yeah,
expect? You know?
it's the internet. That's ultimately what it boils down to. In the end, like despite all the drama of the background stuff, like I do like the product of which I have received.
Yeah,
I do like Hazbin Hotel, and Luna feels the same way. Luna just got fan art done of
yeah.
her
She showed
OC
me.
in the Hazbin Hotel style. I'm actually considering it. Have you thought about like what kind of lore you're like if you were to have like a Hazbin Hotel OC?
Honestly, it'd be probably pretty similar to my own lore already because we were based on, because again, my
I
character
figured.
comes from my book, and my
Hmm.
book's lore is also very similar in lore already to Hazbin Hotel's lore because they draw from the same sources. There's some minor differences I would change if I would insert into Hazbin Hotel, but nothing. Honestly, not too much. Especially because of
Without
the
giving
with
it
the
too
expanded lore of Hell of a Boss added in, like it fits pretty easily.
without giving it without giving it too much thought or anything, it's just pretty much like it'd probably be like the same story as Vaggie, honestly, because I can't
Mm,
see any situation where Makoto would go to hell.
yeah, fair. So I don't know if you said you've watched one episode of Hell of a Boss.
I only saw the first one.
Yeah, was Stolas introduced in that one? The owl guy? I can't remember.
No, it was mostly just to introduce
Was it just
the
the imps?
the Hitman company.
Yeah, imp. Okay. No, yeah, there's a character we call here Stolas, who's part of the Goetia class in Hell, and
Mm.
that's where a lot of my stuff from my book draws from is the Ars Goetia,
Oh,
the Lesser
cool.
Key of Solomon. So yeah, but that has been our thoughts on Hazbin Hotel. Please leave yours down below, and also tell us what you think of the shorter format as we were testing it out today, and kind of want to get some feedback. Don't forget to
And if you
like. Oh,
don't
what's
want
up?
to mention any of that stuff, just tell us who your favorite character is.
That too, and your favorite song. I love to hear it. Makoto, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Makoto Dragon underscore, and you can find me on Twitch at Makoto Dragon and YouTube Makoto Dragon as well.
And you can find me at the same places except replace Makoto Drag with Nero v. Belial. Until next time, bye bye.
Goodbye.